I must confess, your body very offensive. Of course we're banned. An unbanned account. This is no. Yes, Stewie. What's good, brother? Just send up the TikTok and at you, man. Actually, let me shoot these links in as well. We'll have to do that one from there on out. Good KS. Oh, let me just send this link quickly. Let's just send it to Stu. Oh no, it's not gonna work. Okay, send it to Richards. There you go. Why is Lou banned? What do you mean, bro? We shouldn't be banned. I mean, we're banned on the other account, obviously. Well, I say obviously. I guess it is kind of obvious though, because man, we are mainly banned. We are just mainly banned. Right, let me send this link in, boys. Let me get straight into it. I think we need to talk about this market, man. Yes, one step. What we saying, brother? Is that just now? Yeah. But a little bit of flip in these markets at the moment, lads. A little bit of a flip. Today there was no real massive opportunity. EJ presented itself nicely, but I mean, as you can see, it's not actually followed through. We've had a very one-dimensional day. Which again, this is kind of why I do say prepare on Mondays, boys, because Mondays can be shit days, and as we've seen today, no real direction. Not really against the bias as well. EG coming down, I think, is definitely against our main bias. Trust. Bro, like, don't be surprised if we're banned on something, man. Just don't be surprised. Don't you dare be surprised. We're nearly at 1.8k on the YouTubers. Wait, if you're not following YouTube yet, man, get on there. Just follow it for the sake of the calls. Just so I know you man are down for the calls. Who knows what the cause is, man. Mondays are so shit. They are shit. The thing is, though, they're shit in terms of trading, but in all honesty, I think they're fantastic days for just collecting data and just having a day to sit out of the markets, look from sort of a bird's eye, get information about the fund. I think that's what mostly most traders do. Because when it comes back down to quarterly theory, right, you don't trade Q1. You don't. Like, you're not meant to, right? And Q1 in a weekly perspective is Monday. Do you know what I mean? So there's sort of why I don't trade Mondays. I trade Mondays if there's a textbook position, but if there's blatantly not, and fundamentals are very data driven, like now, it's not the best days to trade, right? I was about to say good morning. Fucking hell, good afternoon, boys. How's it going? All good, my fucking cousin Smithy. How's it going, bro? Yes, 6 feet. Jarvan was saying, bro. KS, Monday's associate facts. Lost 2 bans on GU. Yeah, GU was difficult today, man. I mean, this is the thing. I don't think it gave us enough reason to move up. Like the dollar, again, when I say these markets are data driven, the latest data we got was bullish dollar. So it makes sense for the dollar to be bullish right now. And the other reason for that is we're going to get a lot of trade deals get done at the moment, which is obviously going to benefit the dollar and be a lot more certain for the dollar's upcoming economy and sort of inflation. Because if we've got a bit more of a good understanding of how inflation's going to move, then we can get a good understanding of when the Fed can cut or when they're going to keep their rates high and when they're going to start getting a bit more growth in the economy. Again, start of this week, we've already been given some good info. For an example, we've been given we got OPEC producing another 500,000 barrels, over 500,000. Which obviously causes oil prices to come down, which is very beneficial for the US. OPEC, obviously, US's distributor in terms of oil, which is very, again, positive for the dollar. So we're seeing positive dollar at the moment, right? I think, obviously, in terms of equity markets, I think they're going mental because, again, huge uncertainty in terms of global trade and stuff like SKS coming with a fucking with a flower, with a rose. Would you recommend doing over the weekend? I might look into futures or whatever. Man, I say what to do in the week. Chill the fuck out, man. Get away from the charts. I think you need to get a good balance of being on and being off charts. For me, weekends I talk about trading because I mean, bruv, that's my personality. That's been me for years. But in terms of actual trade, I don't even look at the markets on a weekend. I might do, them ones when you're out with people, sometimes you're out with people, you got dinner and you think, bro, you know what, it's kind of awkward, I might just look at my phone. When you're in public and you think, oh, bro, you know what, it's kind of awkward, just going to look at my phone. I do that, I'll jump on TradingView. But more time, boys, I don't look at TradingView on the weekends, ever. I do my journaling Friday night, if I'm doing something Friday night, Saturday or Sunday. But other than that, man, I don't even look at trading. I try not to talk about it too much. Obviously, I still talk to a lot of the boys on the weekend, and it is a lot trading based. But other than that, man, I keep my weekends to doing whatever else, man. Don't go too insane, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sort of full-time trading now, so it makes sense for me just to do it in the week, and then on the weekends do something else because this is my job, right? Trading is my 9 to 5. Do you know what I mean? Or should I say my 7 till 10? Sounds cooler. AM to AM, that's how you know you're doing it well. EG Sweet Prior Week 50. This is what I'm thinking with EG. Really nice. Again, like not massively with our buyers, but perfect in terms of what we want. Why? Because I want to buy EG. I don't want to be seeing EG continuing up, taking higher highs again, breaking 4-hour structure to the upside again, continuing that daily move to the upside again, and making it a bit more inefficient. Now we're making price a bit more efficient. We're coming down. And again, on a perfect day, on a Monday, I don't really trade Mondays, especially when PA's like this. From the get-go, as soon as we saw EG trade all the way to the upside, we know where he's going. I think there's something about EG which has happened for the last 2-3 weeks now, is it's told us where it's going. Price will move to the upside during Asia, and then we'll see it literally shit its jorts for London, and potentially London and New York. Like, look at today, up then down. I mean, here was a little bit more Asia liquidity, so we won't count that, but this one here, up, down, right? I'm putting it in simple terms, right? Going back to Asia here, down, up. Even here, down, and then all the way back up, right? Down, up. Like, this is how we've been trading with EG. And I'm putting in simple terms, up and down, right? I'm putting in simple terms. But as you can see, that's just manoeuvres it's already having. Asia, downside. As soon as we get sort of European Opens, that London Open, yeah, about 8:15, 8:30, we move to the upside for the rest of the day. This is what we're doing. So this is why this morning at about 7 o'clock we sort of knew what EG was going to do for the day. I said I wanted it to come to Friday 50, Friday low, then we can start looking for potential buys. But it looks like we might just continue to the downside. I'm not pissed off about that. We move on to the next days of the week. Yes, Luke, what we saying? Michael, what we saying? Where's Trody, my fucking cousin? Vishal, my brother. Flux, what we saying, bro? WBS afternoon, my broski. EU detail marked out again this morning, playing up perfectly. Prior week low would have been 8.4 R. Oh, damn, yeah, that would have been... Man, you'd be feeding a couple families with that one. That is insane. Really nice. GU just missed it, if I'm right in saying. Yeah, just missed it. Very unlucky. It's already sort of had that rebalance. The pound's strong at the moment. Fuck knows why. I think it's just because I think what we're doing right now is pricing in a bit more of a retracement for the euro. This is what we was looking at. They were saying on Bloomberg today. We was looking at a bit more of a pullback from the euro this week, which again works perfectly. I want to see the euro get a bit more weaker, and then long term I want to see it obviously coming to the upside, which again I'm still at that bias. realistically. With the E, you come to the upside EG as well. Afternoon, Noah, what we saying, bro? Noah Sargent. Do you know how cool? You know how mad that is? Noah Sargent. That's a sick name. You're a brother that had an ark, which had 2 times of every single animal on the planet. Sick, yeah? And then Sargent just sounds cool, doesn't it, let's be honest? Type shit, do you know what I'm saying? Noah Sargent. Bro, you could run the world with that name. No cap. That's a sick name. If that's your name, man, you're going far regardless. You'll go far just for the name. Somebody asked me what I do for work. I said I'm a financial analyst who manages private equity. Yeah. That sounds cool, doesn't it, Cam? That sounds cool. That's nuts. Bro, imagine that. Yeah, my name's Noah Sargent. I'm a financial analyst who manages private equity. Yeah. Jump saying, yeah, you're sick. Imagine that. What about me? My name's... Oh, we've got a few of the other fellas as well. Yes, Hennock, what we saying, bro? Afternoon, man, afternoon. Hope you had a good weekend as well, boys. Brand new week in the markets. I mean, I wasn't expecting to sell off that today, otherwise I would have held longer in the morning. Yeah, what do you think about EJ? I don't know about EJ, because I don't know about the yen at the moment. Safe assets are definitely getting bought up. No, they're getting sold at the moment, so this is why I'm kind of confused. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but in terms of trade, it's hard. I think the continuation along EJ makes sense, again, with the safe assets. The start of the morning, we saw safe assets getting bought up. Now we're seeing them get sold. Why is that? Tariffs. We're seeing yields for all bonds. Yeah, all bonds. Italian bonds, French bonds, German bonds, US bonds, Great Britain bonds. They're all up heavily. Well, the yield's up, so price is down. Meaning people aren't buying bonds at the moment. And we can see gold's had a sell-off nearly down 1% for the day. Silver's down, so we see commodities pretty much 1% and sub 1% for coming down. Check gold for a sec, any look on reversal to the upside. I wouldn't say that, I mean, the thing is, there's not been a trend with safe havens, with commodities. There's not been a real trend, right? I think we have been mainly been bearish. But at the same time, this is what I don't like. When we look at sort of a daily time frame, right? And we're trading within the same high and low for fucking ages. Which is this trading range. It is a big trading range, but even still, we've been in this trading range since, well, we formed it back in April. So a good few months ago now. We're not breaking out this range. There's no clear narrative saying that commodities are bearish, nor a clear narrative saying they're bullish. I think we have been flipping every week to do a different bias in terms of commodities. I'm going to sell right now, VJ, debate whether to close for my stop loss or not. I think it's difficult because, again, the euro is strong and then we're seeing safe havens get sold. So I would say there's a bit more pressure or a bit more volume with the buyers at the moment because of those reasons. That's what, Michael, I couldn't say that out loud. That'll be us sitting here with 0 accounts. Yo, mate, so you partnered with Vanadium? No, I'm not partnered with him, Josh. I just know the owner. One of the owners. It's a good one, Stu. I would love to say it out loud, but no. Better not. Better not. Nah, no trades today, Cameron. Main reason why, again, it's Monday. We're seeing again. I think every single Monday we shouldn't be trading because, like I've been saying, everything's data driven. The markets on a weekly perspective are changing all the time, and yeah, it's been difficult. I got dicked in GC shorts. This is the thing as well. This is what I mean by the bias changing actively. Stu is in GBP CHF sells, really good position. Why? Because the pound's not the strongest economy, and then we're against the safe haven. Right, which obviously is getting boosted at the moment. Not now, but was. That's what I'm saying, been holding since last week. We're getting different markets every week. We're getting a different bias. Safe haven's getting bought up. Safe haven's getting sold. Like it's not the best markets. Do you know what I mean? We're seeing oil back up at 67. Why? Why is oil back up to 67 a barrel? That doesn't massively make too much sense to me. Oh my days. Monday sales go hard though, yeah. Monday sales have gone absolutely Oh, fucking hell. They've gone different. They've gone different. In terms of news today, again, we've got piss all. So nothing to really old drain or open about. Jeez, when's the merch dropping? That's so pending. That's so pending. Mate, could you go over the current trading range we are in on EU, if you don't mind? Of course I don't mind, my bro. That's what I'm here for. So EU. So this is we'll go from top down again. I'm only going to go from the daily. No, sorry, the 4 hour. Because again, the daily is where we're not in that big range. Mainly what I'm looking at, and again, we're still within this same range that we've really had for quite a bit of time now. It's this low here to this high. So this is the trading range we're in at the moment. This is the bullish trading range we're in. Yes, we've made price pretty efficient to the downside by not coming into this fair value. But again, the strength of the euro against the dollar last couple of weeks have been insane. So that's why buyers have been so good. But yeah, we're still within this range, right? We've not broken out. It's pretty shit, really. We've now come back down to where we mitigated. We've been in this range for, to go from once it's formed. 6 days now. We're going over 6 days, still within the same 4 hour range, which isn't the nicest. As you can see, we formed the range, come down. We had a beautiful movement down. Beautiful movement down, which obviously broke this low. But obviously this volume here does massively favour the sellers. Especially with this order block here that we come up to, filled internal, and then we come down. So again, like on the 4 hour, yes, we're in a bullish trading range, but whatever's happening here does not look nice. The inner 4 hour looks bearish. 1 hour is still coming down. We'll see what we do after we take prior week low. If we wick below, if we chill, or whatever really happens. I mean, let Monday play out, lads, yeah? We'll let Monday play out, do its thing. We'll see for now. Could that liquidity be induced in a bullish environment? What liquidity, bro? What liquidity are we talking about? Yeah, she loves it drugs like my nan, but that's a good thing, I guess. Yeah, trust, that is a good thing. Last thing you want to hear is fucking hospital calling you up, you white. What would you be more pissed at, though? Question is, if your wife totaled your car, or you didn't know the actual condition of your car, would you see your wife in hospital, or would you see the car first? It's a good question. I think that tells you a lot about their marriage. I think Stu would see his wife first, though. He's going to weekly fair value gap. E.g. decent push. Such a good push. Let's see what it does once we've obviously taken this Friday low and this prior week 50. In terms of weekly, we can start using the 1 hour. That's what we was looking at for EJ. No. What was we looking at the 1 hour for? Because we'd come and took weekly. Was it EUGU? One of those? Fuck knows. That couldn't have been. I might be just looking at a complete crazy pair this morning. Was it the dollar? Yeah, the dollar to the pro. Yeah. It was the dollar. We'll see if we get a trade for or continue up. That really tells us what the dollar is. Yeah, I'd be bullish UJ. I think UJ buys would actually be really fucking nice. But again, just getting into positions is where you're going to go with your difficulty. Look, like fucking hell, look at that. I mean, that's market executions all day long. No limits. So again, difficult to get in if you want to get in at like a decent point. Not even a push back to that DTO at all. Whatsoever. Shorts, mate, it's going lower than that. Yeah, but the thing is, bro, if it's going lower than that, you don't necessarily just sell because you think it's going lower, right? The main bias of the markets is long EU, GU. Not massively GU, but again, we're mainly bullish on euro against the dollar long term, right? So realistically, when it comes into positions you want to be getting in, you don't just want to like put a sheet over your eyes just because you want to get in a trade on the short term. The better way to get in is get in when we start to have that bullishness. So although the market's going down, it doesn't mean we're looking for sells. And I know that for some of you, man, that might sound stupid, but if you actually think, then you're going to get yourself in much better positions and be way more consistent. Don't know if it will push up much long though on UJ. Boys, everything that comes up has to come down. Again, another stupid cliche, but it's just how the markets work. The market can't just buy in one direction the whole day. You'll see it retrace some point. Maybe for re-entries for the shorts, but you're gonna see it retrace. But again, what positions do you want to get in on? Ask yourself that. Follow the main bias, and when it gives you that position, jump in. All right, we're not scalpers, boys. I'll be real. If you're a scalper, I don't like you. All right, I'll be trades today. Realistically, no, not for today, but more. But again, preparation for the week to come, right? Preparation for the week to come. Looking for anything today. Not anything today. I'm looking for objectives to be met. I'm not looking for you digging a hole under your desk. But yeah, not looking for any trades today, but really looking for obviously objectives to be met in order for positions for the rest of the week. Mates, can you check gold 8-hour distribution? Where are you looking for the... See, this is... Are you on the 8-hour time frame? ADHD. Yeah, I stream and then the other side of me just digs a hole. My other personality just digs a hole for us. Interesting news, tariffs. I'll be real. This is what we've been waiting for months in terms of like getting a bit more of an understanding of what the fuck is going on. So yeah, tariffs, boys. Deals are gonna get met. Deals are gonna get done. A bit more of an understanding. I'm not gonna lie, gold looks quite nice to come up on 8 hour. Are you on the 8-hour time frame? Yeah. Nearly come to it. Perfect. I really like how we now actually come in to rebalance a lot of this shit though. If we take that prior week low, that is really nice on GU. EU again has got so much imbalance on that on the higher time frame. What can price come into, man? I stay on my... Check Discord. Let me have a look, brother. Got you in the G longs, nice. Where did you get in? What's that? 9:38? Or before that? What time did you get in? Safe. Got a nice 19 pip move so far. Nice. Yes, K2, bro. What we saying? Zen, what we saying, brother? What we saying, man? Well, that's a crazy name, mate. Yes, Jamie, what we saying, bro? What's the thing you look for on your pairs when you begin in the morning? I'll be real. I don't really look at necessarily look at my pairs. I look at currencies, just currencies individually, and sort of dictate where our strength's coming from, where our weakness is coming from, and then obviously taking advantage of a strong pair against a weak pair, or vice versa, a weak pair against a strong pair. And that's the first thing I do. The first thing in the morning is that. Hope you're sweet, Jamie. But that's the very first thing I do, man. Just understand where we're at in terms of the economies. Which one's the most investable? Because that's what that's the one that's going to be the most bullish. Again, when most like actual traders come into the market, right? What do they look at? Like the first thing they look at isn't like anything technical based. I can assure you that it's mainly going to be a fundamental based thing. 98% of actual real hedge fund traders, bank traders, will always look at the fundamental side, and they'll always look at it first. So if you want to be a trader, boys, you got to think like a trader. How'd you find that out? Various research, bro. Bloomberg is the bollocks for it. ChatGPT, chat to a fucking AI. All they do is scan the internet for information for you. Take advantage of that, boys. We're lucky we've got that in our time now. We can take advantage of all this stuff. Am I the only person who got pinned down and... no, maybe, Rob. I think so, innit? I think so. In G Longs right now, fair play, bro. When did you get in? Yes, Lee, what we saying, bro? Or is that a girl? Sorry, man. Sorry if you're not a dude. Yes, Red, what we saying? Angelo, what we saying? LaFay, what we saying, better? Angelo, what's good, cuz? Patel, what we saying, cuz? Anthony, what we saying? Stay on my dome. Two-day, 3 hour, 13 minute. Bro, imagine that. Imagine you meet someone in real life, you ask them what time frames they trade on, and they say the 2-day, the 3 hour, and then the 13 minute. What would your actual genuine reaction be? What would your oh, fuck that, Royce just left it how it was. What would your reaction actually? I've actually been, I went, like years ago, yeah, like me and Lou went to this trading event years ago. And we were talking to this guy, and I swear to God, he said he was trading the 1 second time frame, or like the 2 second time frame. You know when you're thinking, bruv, what the fuck are you playing at? Like, that's like going to a casino and playing slots. Like, what the fuck are you actually playing at? Now that's something C-stroke would do. Do you know what I mean? Or skull. The 1 second time frame is crazy. I don't think that you can physically be profitable on those time frames. 5,000 trades. Imagine that. Again, EG's been tricky, man. It's just not moving when we've been jumping on it. Them trading events are pointless. They just chat absolute bullshit. To be fair, more time what it is a company will like start a fund or start like something like that. So more time, it's just a way to get loads of people in a room who would invest in a fund, who would invest in they're the best ways to do those events. Really. When you drop a fund, when you drop a prop firm, that type of shit. I think they're the best times to really do events. If not, don't do events, man. Like, what are you even doing? What are you even playing at? Like, what we'd rather do, we would rather go away on holiday with like 10, 30 members and just have a sick time. We'd much rather do that than spend money on an event. I think events are kind of like sort of, you do them as well because you want to sort of look sick. At the end of the day, man, fuck all that shit, man. I'm not even going to lie to you, man. Fuck all that. I don't care. I don't really care what I look like. Oh my days. No way I've done that. Have fun, lads. Manipulating people with no experience yet. It's cruel, really, bruv. It's cruel, isn't it? Quite cruel. Richez versus Citibank event, in my opinion, that'd be lit. That'd be lit. See, that man didn't really want it though. If we was in the office opposite him for 12 months, they don't want it, man. They don't want this corn. We already know that. Ain't this in the game? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing, man. I think you should always ask yourself that question. Why are you in this game? Why are you actually in this game? Why are you trading? I don't think your money. I don't think the reason should just be money, or just like to look good. You know what I'm saying? We're not in this game to look good. I mean, I'll be honest, boys. This game, all these games, like you jump into this game not really because you just want money, because you want a fucking purpose. Like most of you, man, I'd happily say, bro, I had no purpose before trading. That's why we've all done it, right? That's why we all do it. That's why all of us lost consecutively for years and we still do it. Because, bro, what the fuck else are we gonna do? We don't have anything else. Most of us are just like sort of, what's the word, like eccentric people. We stay inside or in, oh fuck knows, whatever the word is, right? As you can tell, I didn't do amazing at school. And another added reason, I've got nothing massive really else going for me. But I think trading is one of those games you could really change yourself around and actually turn into a bare good. But I said this on stream the other day, like, it's much more than making money. There's a TGR video where he starts crying on stream, I'm pretty sure. But it's a bare good video, man. It's so true. Introvert, you mean. There you go. There you go. Same thing, though, innit? Eccentric. What does eccentric mean? Ain't that to do with muscles? I think that's to do with muscles, isn't it? Oh, no. Wrong again. Well, what? Is that what it really says? Slightly strange behaviour. Alright, I'm not eccentric. Literally could call... What does eccentric actually mean, though? Is that the actual definition? It can't just be unconventional and slightly strange. Oh, no, it actually does. Yeah, oh, it actually does. Alright, sorry, I didn't mean eccentric. It's not the word I meant. And I don't know why I thought it was to do with muscles as well. Does ACG ask for an interview when you request payout? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Asymmetric, maybe you meant. Hopefully not. I'm pretty sure that's to do with shapes and shit, innit? Asymmetric. That's to do with fucking shapes and shit, innit? Having parts that fail to... lacking symmetry. Did I get that one wrong as well? No, that's actually not wrong. It actually is to do with shapes, to be fair, kind of. I'll take that as a W. I think that's a glorified L, but I'll take it as a W. It was a shame your boxing career didn't kick off after an exceptional start. Yeah, well, I mean, retirement's hard, boys. You had to make that decision early. And, yeah, cut short. Had a good run. And, yes, mainly... Man, you just got to look up from here. Like, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just how it goes. 1-0. Hold the title, pretty much. It just is what it is, you know. I just had to retire. Eccentric is also muscle, mate. You're right. Okay. Eccentric, when the muscle lengthens. No, I think that's abduction and adduction. I think you've got that wrong. I'm pretty sure that's abduction and adduction, right? I did IDP theory for... Am I correct? Yes. Or is eccentric still that as well? I'm pretty sure that's abduction and adduction. Your body eccentric is Chris Eubank. Yeah, bro, that's that's perfect. That is perfect. But yeah, what I was gonna say, so sorry, but I'll be real, boys. We're not really trading. There's not really any trades. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna get you boys to force anything, right? I'm not here just to show you a potential position that could go tits up. I'd say not the best trading day to really be trading. More of a trading day to take info. Why is this keep on unfocusing on me, bro? And what's also that on my blood clot? But yeah, it's really one of the best days to actually reevaluate where the market's at. And obviously, as we can see, and as what we know of, we've got a big rebalance that's come to the start this week. This could foreshadow what we're going to see for the rest of the week. So, again, quite important. Let's keep up to date with everything else. Marcus got me so bored. I'm grinding Clash Royale and listening to Rich S. Yo, that's some G shit. In fact, Noah, you're 1v1ing me after this. 100%. Clash Royale might be one of the best games ever made on phone, I reckon. I think it is the best game on phone. Is it in person or a video call? It's a video call, bro. Yeah, it's a video call. Would you say the current trading range on gold is bearish? It depends what time frame we're talking about, right? If we're talking about the daily, the daily, then no, we're still bullish. But if obviously we're talking about like 1 hour, 4 hour, then yeah, 4 hours still a bit more, is actually turned a bit more bullish than bearish now. From breaking high. Bro, you would get riled, no way, man. What trophies you on, Noah? I'm an experienced Royale player, I'll give you that. I'll tell you that now. Experienced little man I am. Did PE A level, bro? Search eccentric contraction. Oh, okay. Eccentric contraction is where muscle lengthens under tension. Oh, right. Wait, was I wrong in abduction and adduction, or is that... So I actually know A level PE. That's actually lit. 7K. Can't even show you because it's on this phone. You know what I'm showing you right now, innit? Just for the sake. Just for the sake. Boys, I'm a trader. I've got way more time on my hands than you think. Barely the phone charge. Bro, why is my phone never charged? It's like a brand new phone. Mate, no, I'd eat your ass at Clash. Thank God I was off TikTok whilst I said that, bro. Holy shit. Mace, did you used to have a student membership called... Boys, we're getting bored again from this. I'm not. I refuse. I must confess, your body very offensive. Right, let's get some more info on the markets though. I think that's where we're sort of at now. I think we've all got an understanding that the market isn't really going to give us anything for today, but why is it not and where is it going to move?
Influencers wearing their product.
Wearing their product. So can I watch Bloomberg Business Live or...
President Trump optimistic on negotiations that continued over the holiday weekend.
I think what most countries done by July 9th, either a letter or a deal. But they go into
I don't think it was hate speech. I think it might have been hate speech. Yeah, it was hate speech. Yeah, it was. Yes. Boys, by the way, I'm streaming over on YouTube. If you want to come watch on here. Could you go through some of the fundamental shit that's going on this week, please? Of course I can, Harvey. Well, the first thing to note, let me just pause Bloomberg for a sec. First thing to note in the markets right now, and the most important thing that we've really been waiting for months and months now, is the tariffs. So this week, Trump is hoping that everyone is going to get deals sent to him, pretty much with all the countries that will be looking to make a deal that was paused over the last 3-month period. So I think right now the most important thing in the markets is that. So these deals coming through is really going to give us a good understanding of where the dollar's at. The dollar is the most important currency right now, and again, it's something that's making the markets quite difficult at the moment. What we saying, Dean? What's good, buddy? What in terms of high impact news we got this week? We've got various newses like unemployment claims for the US. I think that's Wednesday, alongside FOMC. Is that Wednesday? No, Thursday, and then FOMC Wednesday. And then Friday, we've also got the GDP month to month on Friday at bang in the morning at 7. So we've got some 7 a.m. news there. I don't think we're really going to see a massive impact from these high impacts. I mean, we're mainly looking at the dollar for this week. It's very key to note that. Unemployment claims, I mean, we haven't got any forecasts on unemployment or any forecasts on GDP yet, so Again, we can't really make a good judgment yet. But tariffs. I mean, nothing that's really like moved the market's tariff base yet. But just make sure you're looking at the tariffs and stuff. See what countries you're getting through. I think the only deal we've had made is at the moment is Vietnam, US still, which is, I think there's like 20% on. I think is it 20%? I know it's Vietnam, yeah, 20%. What other have any other countries done deal yet? Euro GBP buy, Euro USD buy. I think we are going to see a retracement at some point. I definitely think now is a good time. Why? Because we've got New York session starting to open. We've got New York Stock Exchange opening soon. I think it makes sense to me. We can stay on the 5 minute if we really want. Don't have to go on the 15. We can go on the 15. We've already had a bit more of a trade through there. We'll just wait for the 15-minute structure then. Let's have a look at EU saying though. What is the move open up in there? Again, it would be really nice if we did, but that lower time frame is still bearish. Not even a closure blow on the 15, on the 5. I think 15 is quite key to jump in on. The only fair value we've got was here. Yeah. Let's wait for a trade for that in EU, see where we go. EG is a bit more difficult. Our 15 minutes here, which is quite a lot already. Let's see a trade above this 5 minute, and then we'll have a little more of a revaluation. Should I get out with AU buyers and jump in Euro or EG? I wouldn't advise jumping from trade to trade. If you had an AU trade, bro, let it run. Let it run to stop loss on TP. Don't jump in EU EG just because of FOMO, because we might not even get the move yet. So don't jump into it just for FOMO reasons. In fact, you'd rather not place a trade at all. Over jumping in stupidly because of FOMO. So just let that AU run TP or stop loss, bro. I'll be so honest. You can learn a lot from that loss. Way more than if you get FOMO or if you just place another trade and win. So would deals being made by positive for the dollar, or does it depend on the deal itself? It depends on the deal, but I feel like all these tariffs are going to benefit the US. So it's mainly just going to be bullish for the dollar. And plus, bearing in mind, it's brought the dollar so much uncertainty around stocks, around bonds, especially because they're issuing more bonds, and obviously that weighs on the economy a bit. So that's why we've been having that bearish dollar. Could we flip short term? Yes, absolutely. We could see bearish EU/GU this whole week, next week. It just depends on if the deals come through. That's what you want, and they should do, because it's in all the other countries' best interest if they do. I mean, it's like Vietnam. What would you rather have? 48% tariffs, but you haven't got to make a deal, or 20% tariffs, but you got to make a deal? Sometimes you just got to suck it up and get on with it. That's what Canada did. They probably thought, fuck it. I mean, we kind of have to do what Trump wants. Really, we're gonna have to have these tariffs. Because Canada pretty much didn't want to lower their tax or something to do with that. And then they ended up they're doing it pretty much, which has made it beneficial back for the US and for the US to back off of tariffs. So really helps. Let me get a charger, boys. My phone's nearly dead. And for GU shorts, no, not GU shorts. To be honest, bro, out of any trades, I'm not looking for trades, but if I was, it would be buyers.
But it's not just them that's the issue, it's the regulatory credits, the money that they would make because other car companies would be fine if they didn't really
But again, not quite yet. Picking the right time's key.
That's such a tiny part of what Tesla really is, right? I mean, the company is worth, again, more than
But remember, boys, tariffs is the most important thing right now.
today. It's
Definitely the most important things right now to keep in mind. Yes, sir, guy, what were you saying, bruv? Yes, 12. It's called a top on UK, I'm gassed. Love it. What, is you looking for was it the longs? I'm assuming. I'm waiting for equity open for a Nasdaq trade. Lovely stuff, bro. We've only got 20 minutes. Are you all prepared for the markets, 12, yeah? How long do you jump on? What's like your preparation time, 12? What time do you normally jump on for equities? Like before the market obviously opens. The future is AI. Wait, is she buff? Because if she's buff, I feel bad. If she's not, then it don't really matter.
blowing it up at the moment. If you're an investor, you're having to fight pretty hard. I will say, maybe the business, the EV business, it's not a small part of the business.
Fucking hell, is it just women today? I just, sorry, we've got this bald guy here.
stock story, right? Because, to your point, every single car maker in the entire world
Yeah, what was going on with Trump and Elon? I don't really. I mean, I'm.
added together than the market cap of Tesla. So this stock story is about
Just Tesla down peak. Peak.
Betting on Elon. It's about betting on Elon. Are you going to bet that he can win the political story as well as the business entrepreneur story?
all right. We look forward to the coverage on your program, Caroline Hyde, co-host Bloomberg.
1:30, but trade FX from 1 p.m. You love that, bro. Fair dues. Fair dues. Good time to jump on. Hour before market open, man. I like that. I kind of hate the fact that people jump on when their trading times start, and then fucking moan about getting FOMO and jumping in the wrong trade or jumping in too late or jumping in too early. Nothing more annoying than someone saying that, but then they jump in the markets, fucking bang on, like when they should be trading. Preparation's key. Like a good hour preparation is so key. Fucking hell, mate. Trump threatened Elon Musk with deportation. Fucking hell. What a knobhead, mate. Bro, why am I so out of focus? Before I'm like not even in the middle. Sorry, man, I'm not even in the middle of my camera. I just clocked that. Trump did what? This is pretty. There's been a bit of a feud between Trump and Musk. So Elon pretty much just criticised him for the One Big Beautiful Bill, which, to be brutally honest, I don't think the One Big Beautiful Bill is great for the US at all. In terms of debt, it's not good at all. And it's the reason why they've had to issue more bonds. Right? But then pretty much Trump just like fights back, pretty much saying he's off the rails, he's train wrecked. He's blaming him for bare chaos. And then Trump threatened Musk back with to be deported back to, obviously, where's he from? Is it New Zealand, I want to say? Or South Africa? South Africa, right? That's brilliant, man. Fucking hell, that's crazy move. I typically wait for equity open for Nasdaq unless a manipulation move has already happened and I anticipate equity open to distribute in opposite direction. Yeah, like that. What do you trade? Just Nasdaq? Is that it? Just a Nasdaq? Yeah, Sheriff, what we saying, bro? Alright, I'm off play paddle. Hey, come on, man. Hopefully we see that move tomorrow. 100% Noah. Give me a shout, man. Speak to you soon, brother. Have a good time, man. Yes, Black Sheep. What we saying, bro? We'll see if EG or EU starts having that move up. It's definitely potentially there. I mimic no cap. Like, no cap.
At least 82 people have been killed and dozens are missing, including 27 girls who attended Mystic summer camp after catastrophic flooding in Kerrville, Texas, left officials struggling to explain whether they did enough.
Bro, that's horrible. What?
Or if they rose simply too quickly. The area remains
Texas flood killed 80-odd people.
Thunderstorms moved through West
Fucking hell.
Keep you apprised of this story throughout the program. Apple is appealing a $580 million fine from the EU, calling it unprecedented.
Mate, that's awful. Man said a flood and 80 people fucking...
Anti-steering policies and the amount of the fine.
A lot of them being children as well. That's horrible, man.
Apple's non-compliance, you can see the shares moving slightly lower in the pre-market. And
That's
one
nuts,
player
bro.
has downgraded Tesla shares to a market perform, thanks to headwinds stemming from President Trump's big, beautiful bill. And
Innit? That's mad, man.
politics bid.
Mate, from a flood as well, bro. To be fair, you just know anything in America is just massive, innit? Like, Texas is huge, so you just know if there's a flood, it's a big flood. If there's lightning and thunder, it's a big lightning and thunder. If there's one of those whirlwind things, what are they called? Doesn't happen in England. I honestly thought it was a myth. What are they called, bruv? Where everything just goes around in a circle. Like, they almost don't even seem real. Like, I'm pretty sure I thought they were just like a thing in movies for like 20 years. Yeah, a tornado. I genuinely didn't think like tornadoes were a real thing. Because we never saw them, bruv. And I thought it just looked like, how the fuck could that even do that? But bro, you see them in America, man, they're actually fucked. Imagine being caught up in that shit, man. Oh my days. What a headache, bruv. UK just got nothing, innit? Like, bro, I'd actually rate if there was a little tornado. At least it would give us a little some form of like... Nah, what am I talking about, bro? Someone banged me in the face. Tornado Alley. Bro, what was that film? It sounds like the worst film made in his... Is that Sharknado or something, wasn't it? Bruv. I'm sorry, but who got that movie and how high was he? Sharknado, wasn't it? I think. Sharknado. What? Like, bro, you can't... how do you even get that high? Who directed it? Anthony C. Ferrand. Let's see if this guy's like a... He's like a... Anthony C. Ferrand. You can probably guess what he looks like, innit? It looks high. He actually genuinely looks a bit smoked in about half his pics. Sharknado, man. Mate, that's brown. That ain't no canny or nothing. That's brown he's bunning. And he's saying to keep us on edge, do you know what I mean? That's exactly what we need. Wait till you see the food, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, the food is just insane. So they actually genuinely got like the daily intake of calories wrong. Like from the get-go. Like they think it's like 4K or something. Like your favourite game. Yes. No more questions. Yeah, I swear they said on Bloomberg earlier that water rose 23 feet in 45 minutes, bruv. Mate, what is Texas? A well? What the fuck? Man said it 23 feet in 45 minutes, bruv. Where are they at? The Grand Canyon? Why is that even happening? What setups you're waiting for? I just want to see if EG and EU starts to have this move to the upside. Because I would like for EU to stay within this order block and then come up. Why? Because it would break out of our 4-hour range if we do break this low. So, not necessarily looking for a trade, just mainly looking for what price is going to do in this scenario. So we can go ahead and trade it for the rest of the week. Today's not a day to trade, boys. It's not a day to risk money. It's not a day to get in any stress. It's a preparation day for the rest of the week. And I think that's what Mondays have been for this whole year, really, to be honest with y'all. Go down to the DTO. Do you think EU could go to DTO? Oh, what, come back up? Sorry, possibly. I mean, we'll see what happens here, like the trade fear and all that.
I thought that was interesting.
Look at your man's suit on Bloomberg. Oh my days.
Share that
So
opinion?
look.
I don't. And the reason being is, Elon has supermajority votes
Elon.
Of Tesla. Is already on this path.
Oh my days, Brev.
Fed cannot kind of go down this path.
What in the fuck? What is he actually wearing, bro? There's a joke outfit, and then there's that. Like, that is awful. You ever use DXY for bias? Yeah, bro, all the time. DXY is the main mover for most markets, boys. Main market mover for the EU. Same for GU. Same for like UJ, UCAD. It's the main mover for all pairs. It's the biggest economy. You've always got to follow the dollar. DXY and Euro USD 4-hour S&T. That's exactly what you want. What is EU tick that DXY hasn't, or DXY has even? Is it the prior week higher? Or prior week low for, yeah. Did we take the prior week low on GU? No.
But I'm not privy to that right now. But I would not share that opinion.
What do you think are the problems here with a sell rating? Only 13 analysts of 61 have had the, I guess, courage to go there, because shorting this stock has been a fool's errand, right? I mean, ask Jim Chanos, and he'll just tell you about the times he's been burned, and he's not willing to do it again.
I mean, I've been around this stock for, about 15 years, and...
Fucking hell.
I mean, it is, I wish I had $1 for everybody that would tell me that it was a great short. It has not worked out.
What is SMT? SMT is divergence, bro. It's a smart money technique. That's what it stands for. But it's a divergence. Pretty much, I mean, yeah, a divergence. But I don't really use it. The reason why, because more time, there's an actual fundamental reason why something's moving different to another. So if we see like a divergence on EU and GU against the dollar, it's because either the euro or the dollar's weaker or stronger. The pound is weaker or stronger, right? It's. I wouldn't say I'd use it as massively as a concept, because I think it is literally just what currencies are stronger and weaker, to be brutally honest.
Actually, near term, it's going to get better, because your expiration of the $7,500 is going to expire at the end of Q3. So we actually suspect that there will be a boost in the very near term.
For me, it just goes to show which pair you want to trade, you know. I realise long ago people overcomplicate trading and should focus on what's irrelevant. Bro, 100%, man. 100%. $1,000,000%. I can't even stress that enough. It's mainly mindset. Bro, honestly, boys, if you've got a strategy that makes sense in terms of what the actual market, like in terms of the actual market, it makes sense to do with the market, right? And you've also got a fundamental outlook on the markets as well. And then you've also got the psychology for the charts. You're going to be profitable, man. I swear to God, you'll be profitable. The one thing that just won't is if you just miss one of those things. You know, like even you can't not have a strategy, for example, but you can't be profitable just with fundamental and a good mindset. Do you know what I mean? You kind of can, but again, there's not going to be too much form of consistency. I think it is. You do need all three pieces of that puzzle in order to actually really do well and be happy whilst trading, not go over the edge in terms of mental and everything else. What's your strategy? ALG, bro. Age liquidity. I found more results when I simplified everything I was doing before. That's it, man. Sometimes you actually just need to step back and actually simplify it to yourself. You don't really have to make. It's got to make market sense, right? But how explain it to yourself in a way that it makes sense, in a way that it can appear that the market is actually giving you something. Like for example, for example, like when we look at divergence, more time. Let's say order block, right, or fair value gap. A fair value gap makes sense because it's unfilled orders within the market. So price gets attracted to them very highly and actively if there is enough volume in the markets. So again, the concept makes sense in terms of retracement, in terms of price coming back to the area to now pull off, because it's where institutions look to continue buyers up for a trend or continue the trend down and get in those shorts. How many trades did you take last month? 2, bro. 2 trades. I think they were both on Tuesday. Both on EU, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to go back through my journal. Waiting for that pre-break on EG buys. EG buys can be really nice. I'm going to see how this sets itself up. This is what I'm sort of looking at, boys. It's not something I'm placing, but it's something I'm looking at. Literally what the market looks for in balanced price and liquidity. That's it, bro. That's all the information you need. Again, just understanding the market, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like actually understanding what's going on. I think it's well and good when you talk about supply and demand here and there, but do you actually know why price is moving from here, or not necessarily know exactly why, but do you have an understanding of sort of what the market's doing and why it's going here and why it's going out high and then continuing down, or this and that, right? I think it's really key to understand that. Sells GU. Where are you looking to short GU from, bro? We got 30-minute CRT. Yep, nice. Have you got anything on a higher time frame though? No, it's such a big move there.
Welcome back to Open Interest. Here's your setup on this Monday morning. Red on the screen, the S&P 500 down about 0.4%. Big tech.
I don't use the 30-minute for it personally. I use a time frame that makes sense in from like a quarterly perspective. But I would say, yeah, I've not used 30-minute, bro. I normally with CRT use 4-hour, daily, weekly, and monthly. Very rarely monthly, really. Because I use my main higher time frame buys based off like sort of fundamentals more than. I need a direct funding account. I'm in UJ Bears. Is that the CIA? That's lit. Past phase 1 on GJ Longs today. Lovely stuff, man. Lovely stuff. What time did you get in GJ Longs? It's nice. I couldn't find an entry for my model, but yeah, really nice, man. Really nice. I think detail is your best bet, but then again, the pound's not the strongest currency. It's not easy. At the same chart colours. Hey, come on, bro. Keep our market opens in 4 minutes, so be careful. Same chart colours, man. That's lit. Lit. Become an expert in the concepts and you're good. That's it, man. And don't overthink it as well. Don't try and rush into. Don't rush anything, boys. When you man are learning these concepts and that, just don't rush it. Don't rush it. Because again, this is mainly a mental game. If you rush the learning, you've already lost. Mentally, you've already lost. Do you know what I mean? So take it seriously. Take it as if it was a proper college course, for example. Don't just get all your work done in an hour and then leave, right? What I would say, Ron, is test it, bro. Test it on the 30-minute. See if it works. That's always the best thing. That's the best way to do it. Plus, you know if it works or not. Like, you're not just relying on someone else to tell you that information. You know full blank that for you, with your strategy, the way you would use it, it would work. Because again, like, you could just tweak. But try it, man. Why the fuck not? Try it. I think we've got a few people getting into GU, aren't we? What are you looking at? That more that DTO? I think it is more of a DTO one, isn't it? You said you use weekly CRT, that means you swing. Jeez, I'm a swinger. No, I just use it for higher time frame buys, bro. I don't use it to trade off the weekly. For example, I would like to know where the market's going for, like, let's just say a week, and I jump in a trade in for 4 hours. If I am analysing the weekly, I don't want to be placing trades on the weekly. It just doesn't really make sense because I'm targeting weekly. I'd rather get in on the 4 hour and then I can start actually trading with that weekly bias, because again, you're never ever going to catch the whole move, and I think that's why it's difficult when people analyse on the 4 hour, place trades based on the 4 hour, and then aim for like a 4 hour external or like even maybe like a daily external liquidity level, because again, you're trying to catch way too much than you really think. So that's why I like to find a bias for the weekly perspective, and then I like to trade it within that bias, but not the whole move. I don't care about catching the whole move. I know it's not physically possible to catch the whole move every single time. So I try to catch my segment, take my 2.5, 3, 4R, and then walk away happy. In the trade for 2-3 hours, not too long. It's quite efficient. I'm in and out. Stress levels low. What do you think of Quanteco or Prop Firm? I'll be real, I don't really rate them, man, because they were begging us to do affiliate with them. And I don't really beg a company when they beg people to affiliate for them. I had about 2 of them guys in my DM begging for us to fucking start affiliating them. So I don't know. I've never really used them. I did have a few accounts with them, but I never got funded with them. I never passed a challenge with them. I've never actually traded their accounts, so I'm not too sure, bro. Bro, how is he wearing that suit though, on a real one? Fighting Next are definitely up there, bro. Fighting Next, I've rate. I've had accounts with them. Pretty sure we've had payouts with them before. I mean, we're mainly ACG and FTMO, bro. That's who we. I mean, I don't even fuck with FTMO, man. I hope they never hear this, but yeah, their spreads are shite, man. Their spreads are just awful. Spreads are not good. I've missed out on a lot of trades because of FTMO spreads, man. But you man who's on FTMO, you know where you know exactly what I mean as well. I'll pass the message on to FTMO. Does HG offer instant funding? Nah, bro. If I was you, bro, don't go for the instant fundings with like ACG and that. Unless, bro, I need to stop doing that. Unless you're willing to have the extra rules. But like instant fundeds are never the way. I mean, you can get like algo one step where you can pass it with a challenge. Their challenge is a bit more better. But instant funded ones from prop firms. Like I remember back in the day when MFF did instant funding, the accounts are just dog shit. The rules are awful. The drawdown shit. It's all equity based as well. So it's not that amazing. I mean, I don't mind if it's equity or balance based profit. Sorry, not profit, drawdown. But it's when it's like 3% max daily and then like 6-7% max overall. But I'd say if you're looking for instant funded, definitely go for the HFT ones. What algo accounts over instant funded, because you still have to pass the phase, obviously. GU sells. I think GU sells in the detail look really nice, but I'd rather look for the EG buyers instead of the GU sells. Do you know what I mean? EU buys look nice. EU is probably a lot nicer, especially because of the strength. We had the trade for a 15-minute. Depending on where this candle closes, we'll pick the right fair value gap. If this candle closes above this high, we'll go for the higher fair value here. If not, then I'm more than happy to go for this lower one. EU buys do look really nice. They do look nice, they do.
Starting July 15th, we will get companies potentially reporting first impact, but more importantly, give guidance. And we'll learn if this is a relative value story, where there's a few specific companies are impacted, or if it's an S&P, if it's a beta story. And I think that's what we need to understand, because if you look at the implied correlation, like how the market prices volatility in the earnings season, is it micro or macro? The implied correlation that's priced is very low. So the market actually thinks it's going to be a micro story.
Into daily balance above. Is that what we're looking at? What are we looking at there? EU or EG? Must be EG, right? The CRT indicator is this one here, 2.6. Let me double click on this bitch. Oh. I can just come here. It's just this one here, ICT HTF candles, Faddy. Would you consider EG here in detail? Yeah, defo, man. Defo. I think Dito might even be a better better long.
Yeah, look, as I've talked to
And you're asking for a lot on a Monday,
the first couple days
but
of
it's a good
July,
trade.
it's I don't want to say complacency because that's not the right word, but I think investors have really in their
I need an entry first, obviously.
tariffs,
Oh, and GU got you, bro.
things like when investors
Yeah, got you.
tariffs
I know what Daddy was about now.
that was not the sort of base case, but I heard a number of people say, look,
And again, if we come into that daily again, we'll see what price does. If it wants to continue down, it will continue down. If it wants to continue up, we'll notice that because it will just surpass that 1 hour fair value. Is it 1 hour? No, it's 4 hour. I know you said it was the daily, right? Or this is the 4 hour I was looking at. Especially because we didn't have a third candle close below.
I really hope, I read earnings call transcripts, I unfortunately can't get on the earnings calls, but I do hope the analyst community will really push companies on that, because that was a big talking point, and, it may be giving some investors a false sense of security. Maybe they do have that inventory that can just last forever and get them through, and I kind of doubt it.
Or they have very bad margins, Lorraine.
Well, I mean, have you ever known investors to like margins going from being great to a little less great? That's not been my experience on 25 years in Wall Street. And, the point is somebody's going to have to pay the tariffs. Is it going to be the companies absorbing it through margins and then, earning it as high as they put it in, or are you going to see it show up?
I've been trading for 6.5 years now, bro.
Investors, I think, have really just kind of talked to themselves
Nearly
into
7.
the idea that there aren't going to be any potholes or ramifications from these tariffs. And one thing we also hear is that investors are really getting bulled up on 2026, and a lot of that has been from the tax bill and the bonus depreciation and capex. But if there are some inflationary impacts that get pushed into next year, if there is some pull forward of demand that either pulls forward from the second half of this year or next year, I don't think investors are thinking about those kinds of things either.
How much is a tub of snus in the UK? Mike, why aren't you in the UK, bro?
He made the same point that you really haven't seen sort of the inflationary impact.
Oh, I don't know, bro. I don't even grab snus, man.
You also haven't really seen it.
How come you don't trade futures? Because I trade FX, bro.
Obviously, the rate of change is coming down, but still a very strong showing when it comes to the June payrolls report. So, I mean, in some senses, you could see how some of these investors are looking at the data.
I think EU buys are probably actually really fucking nice. It's just, is there going to be an entry for it is the main question.
What we saw in the last reporting season is companies finally, after months of not really saying anything
How can we decide on these 3 pairs? It just makes sense where I live, right?
about it, but we also saw a number of companies saying, look, this
The
was
biggest economies in the world
there was a little bit of shock, and there was a little bit of, kind of get your messaging together. So
that we can trade around us is the BOE, well I say economies, these are central banks, the Fed,
there weren't a ton of specifics, and as you guys mentioned at the top,
the ECB.
companies did pull guidance. We need to get some more specifics in terms of how
I think you should always trade like Fed, but like the dollar. You should always trade the dollar. But obviously, I live in the UK, right? So I'm much better off trading at the trading times that make sense. And the markets that are open there, the European markets. Well, yeah, the European markets, UK market, whole of Europe.
we're going to have to hear from the companies. Has it been
Do you know what I'm saying?
lifting of uncertainty to let them proceed with things like capex? I have noticed that cost containment has crept up in the corporate earnings transcripts in recent months.
So yeah, that's why I trade obviously. And the reason why I trade these pairs specifically, EU, GU, and then EG, is so I can correlate them between each other, so I know exactly what trade to go for. If I know the dollar's bullish,
I think regardless of what your news flow had been, you were going to get some reversion.
if I know the dollar's bullish,
So when people
I know I'm looking for shorts on EU, GU, right?
forecasts were moving
But then what I'll do is I'll look at EG, and I'll see is like the dollar or the pound, whatever. Is it weak? So let's go say the pound's weak.
as I talk to global investors, it feels
The pound's weak, right? So when I say weak, EG's going up, right? That means that the pound's weaker than the euro. The pound's weaker than the euro. Obviously, we're looking to trade the weakest against the strongest, right? So we know we're looking for dollar buys, but are we going to trade EU, GU? You can't just say, oh, I'm going to pick GU because I'm from the UK, or you can't say I'm going to trade EU because I like fucking Mercedes or something random. You know what I'm saying? I like a German-based company. Doesn't matter. The way you got to look at it is what is the most efficient. Where's the most efficient trade going to come from? If we see that the pound's bearish, then obviously EG's going up. So it shows that the pound is the weakest currency between the dollar, the pound, and the euro. So we'd rather trade GU sells. because our weakest currency is the pound and our strongest is the dollar. So we know we want to be selling GU. Makes sense? So that's why I trade those three pairs, because you can identify which is the weakest, the middle and the weak and the strongest. And that's how I find it quite easy to have a bias every day, every trading day. I wouldn't count Monday as one of those. Yeah, EU buys look well nice, man. It's just, is it going to come back down?
But honestly, the thing I'm wondering about this morning, what I'm hearing is that after the NFP prep, we've started to see rate cut expectations dialed down. Yeah. And that is really a big trigger, I would say, the last couple of years for getting the fast money crowd to make these short-term small cap bets. And so the last couple of weeks when I've been hearing these murmurings about, like, small caps is a
Yeah, I'm watching EU buys. Yeah, I'd say they're the probably nicest positions right now. EU buys. EG buys potentially, but I think the pound's quite strong at the moment, so it's making it quite hard for EG.
even if it is because the economy is good, that takes away a catalyst for the fast money crowd.
I mean, we've already had a decent movement for it, really. Yeah, gonna need some form of movement here.
And look, I would say the broader market too, we've seen in recent years when those rate cut expectations are getting dialed up, the S&P gets boosted. It's not just the small caps.
Absolutely. Lori, great to see you. Great to kick off this week with you. That is Lori Calvasina of RBC. Let's get a check on what this market is doing. We're about 10 minutes out from the opening bell, and you can see we're about 0.4% lower when it comes to the S&P 500. We've had 2 straight weeks of gains.
Yeah, S&P's low. Nas is up nicely. Dow Jones is up a bit, 0.5%.
Is Uber actually getting a price target upgrade from Wells Fargo, helping out shares?
It depends now. We want to see the retracement now, but somewhere within this range, 50%, OTS,
As you expected, you have Tesla
either one,
down almost
OTE even.
10% when it comes to percent-wise, taking 8 points off the index. Definitely the biggest.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at for EG. But it's definitely a 15-minute entry there as well, because we took Friday low.
Let's take a look at the sector look as well, because you do have more red.
I mainly got fair values for entries, bro.
Bright spots in the market, as we just highlighted. Industrials, maybe. Utilities, maybe. But look at these moves. They're tiny. It's more interesting on the downside. As I said, you can see communication services, materials, and then consumer discretionary taking 1.3% off the index right now, Matt.
Yeah, all right. Interesting trade today. It looks pretty bearish, although it's important to remember that we came from all-time highs and just continued to make new highs almost day after day last week. Coming up, Tesla shares are slamming on the brakes, and the company is now worth less than $1 trillion. As Elon Musk makes another play into the world of politics,
But that's a bad
he
thing.
had promised not to do. This is open interest.
Yeah, inverse for the trade through, bro. What's the news? Just Bloomberg, bro. Yeah, I mean, you can target where you want. I think, what, you talk about EU or EG? You're talking about EU, aren't you? Yeah, London, I mean, anywhere that you're happy with. London high, Friday 50, DTO, Friday week 50, back to Friday low, maybe. There's a few options there, to be fair. I'd say go for the closest TP. Just always the safest, especially on a Monday where there's a bit less volume.
I get to meet the people shaping the way money flows around the world.
What was you looking at for GJ, Vishal?
Now we're playing. Yep, now we're playing. First and foremost, I am a capitalist. The capitalist system is the best system in the world. There isn't another one that works this out. The city here moves $4 trillion a day. 5. Wall Street used to be a place.
$5 trillion a day.
Wall Street South. Now it's more of an idea.
The optimism here is infectious.
Our New Yorkers are negative?
Yes.
Anything that trains people to understand probabilities and just think
AU.
a great degree of nuance is a service to humanity.
I hope you survived the day.
I did. Busy day.
It's going to be difficult for it to come up. Again, gold's down as well, which is not going to affect the Aussie dollar that well. And we're looking for sales in it, really.
It's the countdown to the market open as we bring you the first trades across Europe.
We'll debate the most important stories and what will drive the big investment decisions.
Wait, boys, by the way, every single time I stream on TikTok, I stream on YouTube. The reason why we do this is because we always get taken off TikTok, innit? So before our accounts get taken off, go to our YouTube. Our YouTube name is literally at the top there. Go sub, and we stream all the time on it.
Bringing you up-to-the-minute global news whenever and wherever it happens. I'm Jemana Versace Zahran, and this is Bloomberg.
Our global headquarters in New York, I'm Danny Berger. Welcome to Bloomberg Brief. Let's set your agenda. Bloomberg Brief.
Really gave me a better bias a couple minutes ago when you're talking about the pairs have weaker, pairs being weaker and DXY have had a massive input. Yeah, 100%, bro. That's the thing. The dollar's the main mover for our pairs. Sometimes we'll have a lot of the bullish euro has come from obviously quite a strong euro, but also quite a weak dollar. That's why we've seen GU come up on the main time frames. EU's been really nice to the upside on the main time frames, higher time frames. That's why the dollar's important. That's why these tariffs are really important for our GU trades and EU trades. Like, really important. Yes, AJ. Yes, Imran. What we saying, bro? Yes, Domizulu. It's a nuts name. Entry. I should go B. No, I'll be real, bro. The best thing to do with trades is let them hit stop loss or let them hit TP. Don't try and glorify a loss by hitting break even, because you're not going to learn from it. The best way to learn from something is just letting it happen. You never know. It could be a winning trade. It could be nice. It might be a losing trade. But if you go break even, you'll never know. I mean, you will know, because obviously you'll see the charts after and you'll either punch yourself or not. But at the end of the day, I don't think we should glorify losses. I think you should either lose or win. If you lose, you're going to get the most amount of information, and that's what you need if you're in the learning stage. If you're in a learning stage, Owls, losses is what you need. It's not wins, it's not break-evens, it's losses that you need. Otherwise, how are you going to learn, right? How are you going to learn what's right and what's wrong if you just win or break even? You're never going to really change anything. And that could be the reason for not being profitable, just because of the break-evens. Again, it's a psychology thing as well, boys. The reason why you go break-even whilst you're in your trade is because of your psychology within your trade. Let's be honest, you probably didn't think before you placed the trade, I'm going to take break-even here. But now you are, because psychology is now involved with your trade. Do you know what I mean? That's why I've always thought, just get rid of break-even, because more time it is a psychology, like sort of a mental like defense mechanism, if you know what I mean. I don't think EU could retrace all the way back up. I think, again, you're just better off just looking at like easier TPs, like that London high, really. Send on Discord, nice one, Vish. Let's have a look. Oh, mate, would have gone bare. So that's straight on that 50% as well. Yeah, that's fucking insane. That was bare nice. I closed my 50% of 1 hour fair value up entry. Any trades today, bro? Not today, man. Monday's a big preparation day for me, especially in these markets, man. Very data dependent, very news effective, these markets. So keeping up to date with them is key. And I think Monday, let it run. Understand a bit more of the sentiment of this week's market, because the sentiment's changing week in, week out. And that's not just because we're getting different dates coming up. It's because we're getting uncertainty and then back to certainty and then uncertainty back to uncertainty. It's really been fucking with the markets. We've been able to take our money in between, which is great. But I always like it. I need to be brave in my trades, right? You need to be happy to be in a trade, otherwise you will act a little bit erratic. Probably close early, maybe move stop loss, maybe risk a bit too much because you move stop loss tighter or further away, so you might not be risking what you should be risking, etc., etc. There's lots of ways why I'd say there's a lot of days you just want to prepare for.
It's under $1 trillion in market cap, but it's pretty dang close.
That's nuts, man.
Shares are down 28%.
You watching? What's that? Sorry, bro. The range is too big for it to go up. Personally, I feel like it is. I feel like realistically, right now we're looking at a bullish dollar, and I think we might see that for the rest of the week, especially with these trade deals coming out. I think that's quite key to understand. Is EU, what's EU doing? EU just looks like it probably might even just continue up from here, really. That's why I let EJ play out earlier, man. If you change stop loss or get out, you won't improve. That's it, man. Again, we're all learning. We're all learning. I don't like glorifying a loss. I think it's one of the biggest mistakes a trader does is trying not to lose. You've got to lose in order to win, boys. That's the same as any other industry. If you're in the learning stage and you know that, then be a learner. That's it, end of. Mace, would you mind showing how to correctly find a range? Yeah, I'll be honest, bro. Let me draw it this way. I know this is just a simplified way, but this is just how it is. How we look at ranges, right? Quite poorly drawn, quite small. But how we look at the markets is this is a trading range, and then the only time we have a different trading range is when we break out. So if we either break the high or break the low. As you can see here, we broke the high, so now we've got a new trading range. It's the low to the new high made. We broke structure again. Same thing. This is our new low, this is our new high. When do we get a new trading range? When this high is formed and then we start to retrace down. Because now we know where price filled this fair value gap from, and we know it went for external. Right? So we now know that we should, at this point here, price should be coming down, retracing, coming for the internal, which it did, and then after that, come for the external highs. You just want to look at that from a market perspective. Sometimes you can flip a few trading ranges through a few time frames round. Yeah, I'll show it on charts as well, bro. But I just wanted to show you from a simplified perspective, because that's generally how it's got to be, just as easy as possible. And this is what I'm looking at right now. In terms of EU, the trading range we're in, so you can see, is from this low to this high. And the only time I'm going to say it's now bullish is if we break this low. If we start continuing off, we can look to aim for the external. Because this is the same bias we've had for a few weeks now in the EU. Maybe even a few months. Last couple of months. GU flying. Oh, I'll have a look in a sec. EG's come back down, isn't it? Yes, it has. It's lovely. It has. Let's see where it goes from here. Huge volume to the downside. See where it goes from there. But yeah, let me go to EG actually. It's got a 4 hour. Very similar here, right? I mean, the thing is that's difficult at the moment. The ranges are hard to find just purely off the momentum we've had in these markets. But keeping it simple, right? We're not really coming down all the way to fill fair value gaps right now because price is pretty inefficient. So first trading range is here. Second one, we had the fill here, and then we moved up, broke structure, so our new high is here pretty much. Okay, and our low was here, and then we saw price, well actually no, it's more here to this low now. We saw retracement down, fill fair value gaps, then continue up. Now our new trading range is this low to this high. So we're still in that bullish trading range right now on EG. We just got to see, are we going to fill and have that little retracement up, and we can identify that on the lower time frame. Especially after we take that Pro 50 and that liquidity to the left that looks like we've already taken even. But yeah, if it does, we can get a signal if it's going to continue down or if it's going to long. Obviously, if it gives us that reversal with long, if it fails to make that reversal pattern, we'll look at a lower time frame and we'll sort of a higher time frame and then reevaluate from there once we broke the low. But again, it massively. There's certain markets where the ranges are a lot easier to find. Some markets where they're way harder in it. So just be aware of that. Especially in these markets, it's quite hard to identify that. You certainly ask interesting questions. That didn't close above, so I think this OT is perfect to jump in. It's already 3R. That's it, H. So, yeah, like trading ranges keep changing, but they only change if it breaks a high or low of the range. No matter if it's bearish or bullish. If it breaks a high or low, it's a change of it's a new trading range you're gonna be looking for. If it's break a structure, obviously you're looking for the same biased trade. The same biased candle, which obviously would be the long candle, or vice versa. Yeah, UW's unmitigated wick, bro. GU dry today. Most everything's dry today, bro. We're sort of waiting for a lot more news to come out in these markets, really, before any positions. I'm gonna jump off in 5 minutes, boys.
Consistently reporting Core Scientific, because last year they offered $1 billion. Wall Street Journal reported this deal was in talks last month. Now they're doing a $9 billion deal, or at least it was.
We'll see what AG goes. Again, if we continue this low, it does signal that we are probably going to continue this to short for the rest of the day. Very similar with EUGU. Very similar. We'll see how it goes. Taking that London high, we'll see if we sweep and continue down. Looks like we kind of have got to see a trade through though, especially on the 1 hour. See the trade through this 1 hour is key for the dollar. That's when I'd say you'd probably be looking for longs and EUGU. Not yet. Once we break out of this, close below, that'd be really nice to be honest. We've got a video on it, Michael. Or you could just watch it on YouTube or something.
Seconds left, but Joe in the control room says the Yankees are a disaster.
You know, they won yesterday, so I never thought they would win another game, but here they're back, so, you know, you never know.
They're doing a lot better than the Mets, even if they're below, even if they're under.
I actually went to one of their games, man.
Yeah, the Blue Jays want to have them in there.
What's the indicator called? Which one, bro? The Sessions one. The Sessions one, you can't actually use it. It's one of our own. We had it made for our Discord. If you drop me a message, bro, if you just jump in the Discord, and just type in the chat indicator, I'll shoot it over to you. Just send me a message on here, bro, indicator, and I'll send you a link to the Discord, and it's just in there. Same goes for everyone, boys. If any of you man want my want the indicator with sessions and that, boys, just drop me a message. Yeah, for sure, man. Everyone just drop me a message if you want to use it. Have a little test about it. You ain't got to use it. I mean, it's something that we sort of developed around our trading strategy. Let me get it indie, please, for sure, boys. Drop me a I'll be real, boys. You're probably better off drop me a message on Instagram just because you can't actually send links. Like, you're just going to have to copy and paste it on a into your browser. So if you just drop me a message on Instagram, innit? That's our Insta. Just drop us a message on here, and then I'll shoot it over to you in DMs. Just DM me. It's just Rich SFX. It's the same what's up there, boys. It's the same what's on my screen. Never lets me join your Discord. Why is that, LJ? You want that guy who sort of did public indecency in there, was you? That may be the reason, LJ. Might be the reason. Is your name LJ? I swear that's the name of the ginger girl in Snowpiercer. I remember weird shit. Let's check your Discord center chart in. EG, what, bit more continuation to the downside? That makes sense. Have a look at this 4 hour on EG actually. My name's Elliot Lower. I'll call you LJ. I think that's actually. I think that's true as well. Yeah, that's a really nice unmitigated wick actually, especially below the prior week 50. I think it's key to move below there. Yeah, boys, if you shoot me a message on Instagram, I'll send it over to you. What I'll do as well is I'll send the indicator link, I'll send the Discord link, and then I'll send the indicator link as well. In case you want to be in the Discord, because we got loads of shit in there, lads. Nobody.
At record levels, slight moderations of that would allow us to deliver a lot more incremental cash to the bottom line. So I have every confidence we're going to be able to deliver.
Fucking hell.
At a time when policy in Washington
Send bro squeeze or say no more cause he. What I mean?
bringing you market-moving guests.
There you go, Jay, my brother.
This is Bloomberg Surveillance.
Send you that Discord link as well in case you need it.
Bringing you up-to-the-minute economic news whenever and wherever it happens. I'm Francine Lac-
Jeez, comment LJ.
for Portugal, and
Send it.
this is Bloomberg.
There you go, bro. Anytime, boys. Anytime, man. We've also got other stuff as well, like journals and that, boys. So if you man like need a journal or anything, we got a journal made for us. It's pretty much an automatic one. Let me know and I'll send it over to you. I've made a video on how to use it as well, in case you do need help on how to use it. Clicking on the wrong one.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The death toll has now topped 80. Dozens are still missing in catastrophic flooding in central Texas. A Christian girls' camp is confirming 27 of its campers and counselors are among the dead. CBS's Janet Shanley.
Oh my, see, bro, that is awful, man.
Camp Mystic, we're hearing many of their older siblings went there. Their mothers went there. Camp Mystic has been around for almost 100
Camp
years.
Mystic.
Celebrated their 100th
Oh god, that sounds so dodgy. Are you taking the Camp Mystic? 4 girls. Oh, I don't know about that, you man.
The river rising up, rocking, all of that, like tree branches falling off, like chairs flying, barbecue pits, everything. Did you think we were gonna make it out on time? Probably not, but we safely did.
National Weather Service has issued a new flash flood warning for south central Texas. President Trump's deadline for agreements with U.S. trading partners.
Man, that's actually awful.
The administration is close to inking new deals for those who.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, innit, man? It's fucked. I think the new Discord link says expired. I don't know why it does that, man. I never know what the best way is to invite you, man, to be honest.
Letters will be going out by noon today. He also verbally said that about 12 to 15 letters will be sent out.
Let me try again.
Is expected to press Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu on a new ceasefire deal in Gaza. The two men meet at the White House.
Try this one, bro. Hey, Elliot, what's your Discord, bro? You might be banned from there from time ago or something.
What he's claiming is a complete victory in Iran with those U.S. airstrikes, and then a peace deal really went.
Working as hard as I can, but nothing to show for our currency and Africa's shit. That's the thing about Africa, man. It's hard to make it out. You can work bare on and just not make it out, which is fucking just shite. It is quite shite. Can you guys have like funded accounts and shit? I know some of you man can't.
New York City's Rockaway Beach over the holiday weekend.
I'll try and make a new one, bro. Make a new one.
Out of the water several times because of shark sightings.
Wait, Sharknado, you man. Not gonna get into that EU right now. I'm gonna wait for inverse fair value gap. Yeah, that's fair play. I'd say don't jump into this too quickly.
Is down 85
Yeah, this is EU, bro.
is CBS News.
I don't know if I've been lagging, 'cause my Wi-Fi's been bugging the whole time. I can see from the box that it's not doing the best. Yeah, pretty much longs, bro. But boys, I'm gonna jump off now 'cause it's 3 o'clock. Again, not a massive trading day. Is a really great day to prepare for the week. Like what we've said, we had a real nice rebalance from EU, GU, EG, which, to be honest, the market looks like it fucking needed, especially with how bullish it's been. Again, you don't just want one currency being extremely bullish, because at one point it's going to come bearish, and that's purely off import and export. So yeah, a good preparation day. We've got a bit more talk on tariffs. We know that a lot of those deals are going to be sorted this week. I think it's quite key to keep up sort of in the loop with those tariffs, because that's what the market really wants right now. It's what most investors are waiting for. So I think that is definitely key. But yeah, we see you boys back tomorrow. I'll be in pre-London from 6:30 for the members. Boys, by the way, man, I swear to God, get in the pre-Londons, man. Every single one of my pre-London members is profitable now. And some of these guys haven't even been trading for too long, but the mindset is there. As soon as you realise what you got to do in terms of like preparation and getting ready for the markets, looking at it from a fundamental perspective, having that strong psychology, trading with the right people, man, it goes a long way. Goes a long way. I like the idea of that EG, to be fair, for sure, I do. But yeah, boys, if you're not in there, man, drop me a message. I'll give you, man, a little discount to get the fucking, why not, first one. If I be real, we hit 8k in the Discord. I'm gassed about it, so we'll drop a few codes, man. But boys, I'll see you, man, in the pre-London tomorrow. Lou's also obviously going to be at stream on the YouTube at 8:30. And I'll see you, man, there, bro. TikTok, man, love you all, man. Take care, bro. A step further in your journey. New stage in live journey. Good. What does that mean? Live scale, live rule. Slow live rules is coming.
Quantum computing and AI are going to power the future.
People are just buying everything with tech.
Bloomberg Intelligence with Paul Sweeney on
You would say the flare.
YouTube and Bloomberg Originals.
Right, boys, you, man, love you all, man. Love Michael. Say something illegal now. I love. Oh wow, yo, wow. What was I thinking about that? Man, I just thought the worst thing possible I could say. And wow, was it bad? Was it bad? In fact, I'm not even going to say anything now, because I might slip up and say what I was actually going to say, which I don't want to say. You, man? I'll see you, man, tomorrow.